done. Got some coffee. It's almost gone. I am working on my hat. I am starting the decreases at the top. So I'm done with the color work. And let's see. Everybody's awake now. I think Jax is gonna shower. Yvonne stayed over. Danny just left to go pick up some breakfast. It's actually at a convenience store that's attached to a gas station. They call it Filling Co. Place you can fill your gas and fill your belly. I should clean up in here and get the table set back up. I'm not done my hair. Yvonne came here on the silver line. Oh, look at that. We are in Ashburn. We are officially on the metro, so that's super cool. Sebastian made a big mess here. He had some mini donuts earlier. He can't go without eating. He's just used to lots of little meals. Anyway, the main reason that Danny's out picking up food is because he's gonna also get some cash to give to Jax so he can pay for food, souvenirs, whatnot. Sounded like they were saying that the grandparents would take care of eating. I have a hair up my nose. Oh my god, where is it? But obviously we're not gonna assume. And also they were like, well, if he wants to buy something, an extra chair for himself. I suggested that maybe he might want to get his brother a little souvenir because his brother is the one that's dino obsessed. But I don't know if he will. We'll see. Hopefully he won't lose the money from his pocket. He doesn't have a wallet and wears sweatpants. I think if I gave him a wallet suddenly it would just drag his pants down. Speaking of dinos, this is the book Sebastian checked out from his school library. It's still a mess in here. I was crampy earlier, but it just stopped for right now, so I'll take it. Yeah, we're gonna eat and then I guess I'm gonna see Jax off at noon. It's about 10:30 and it sounded like they were gonna be raking leaves. His best friend. So he invited him to come over early if he wants. I might go over there and say hi. I haven't actually met his parents. We saw his friend sitting in the awards ceremony because he was getting the honor roll as well. He was sitting with a friend and Jax said he was not sitting with his parents. I don't know if his parents were there and he ditched them like Jax did us. Jax has ridden to school once with his friend's mom, so he's met the mom at least. That's Yvonne's electric bike. That's how he got to the metro on his end. Anyway, I guess I'm letting this dog out again. Or do you want water? You need a potty? Alright, I'm gonna deal with this. Hello everyone. I didn't film our dinner, sorry, it was not Chewy's. Jax actually got home while we were unpacking it. His bestie's dad came up to the door and rang the doorbell, so we got to shake hands and meet. And yeah, Ziggy was barking at him because he was tall. I ended up just opening the door because I knew Ziggy wouldn't go down off the porch. He's weird about men. Like, he's actually banned from seeing male vets at our vet and now has to be muzzled because he's growled at the male vet twice. But yeah, some men he's just scared of and he just like backs away and barks, but he wants to be pet, so he also takes a step forward and nickels his butt and then he barks and backs up. So sometimes it's easier just to like and let him be right there instead of like inside the door barking his brains out. So I felt bad that he was kind of barking on and off about the dad being there, but the dad was being a good sport and Z really wasn't jumping up on him too much, which was good. It's just she was thinking that's such a nutcase. Sorry, I look rough. I'm in 2V Divas Blue. It fades out nice. I like when hair dye fades out fast because I can change my mind, but I don't like how it looks. I feel ugly today. Anyway, yeah, so Jax arrived. The dad thanked us for letting him take Jax along. I thanked them for bringing him. That was amazing for him. So Jax got to see all these live action dino animatronics, but his favorite part was the VR. They had some sort of a virtual reality thing, which made him wish he had like the Oculus Quest, which is not happening because they are too expensive. But his favorite thing about the day was just getting to spend it with his best friend. So that was cool. I'm so happy for him, and we've given him money just in case he needed it for food or souvenirs. And his bestie's sweet grandparents even insisted on buying his souvenir, which luckily was only $8. I'd feel bad if it was more expensive, but he got his little brother a little dinosaur, like rubber hand mask. It's just like the head of the dinosaur, or Carnosaurus, I think he said it was. That's cute. That was sweet of him. So yeah, he brought that back for his brother. And I didn't film dinner because we sat down. I just wanted to hear about Jax's day. I missed him. At first when he left and got off of our Wi-Fi, which actually extends quite far away from the house, I had already left him at this point and I realized his watch was offline. It keeps happening when he leaves the Wi-Fi. It just doesn't go back online until he restarts it. So I was like, I needed to connect, and eventually I messaged their mom and grandparents, like the little group text. I said, when you get a chance, could you ask Jax to reboot his watch? I had already let them know that he has my old watch and it's a little flaky, but I can usually keep track of where he is. So it sounds like what happened is the mom called when they were driving and they let Jax know to reboot it. And then I was able to track him, so I was able to see him head to Fairfax, to the grandparents' house, and the grandparents took him to DC, and I saw him when he was at the location, and then it was really helpful for when we were trying to judge how long to stay at Topgolf because they were eating dinner in Fairfax at the time, and we needed enough time to go pick up our food on the way home, which is a restaurant that Jax doesn't super love, so he was totally fine with that. He got to eat inside a restaurant at a pizza place. He's been dying to eat inside a restaurant, even though he's my diehard mask wearer. Obviously, he doesn't wear a mask when he's eating in middle school, and he just hates eating outside. He hates insects, so he really hates insects. So he's really excited that he got to eat indoors, and I'm about ready to pick and choose places to eat indoors. I'm trying to baby step my way into it by eating in like empty cafes. So we'll see, maybe we'll get indoors some this winter instead of just delivery only for the winter like it has been since the pandemic started. But yeah, right after dinner I took a bath because I've had a bad stomach ache all day and cramps. So my actual stomach and my uterus. And it's been really painful. Like, I don't usually get cramps this long into my period. I usually get cramps for a week before, but they are so in. I finally get relief, and that's just not happening. They are brutal. So painful. I think the stomach pains are easing. I think that's a little bit better right now. It's hard. Sometimes they blur together a little bit, but I think that's a little bit better. I don't know. Hopefully one or both of those pains will be gone by morning. Yeah, I came up to take a bath and it totally did not help. My cramps were actually worse when I got out, which is weird. But yeah, then I finished knitting my hat and I started the pom-pom for it. I love how the pom-pom came out. I'll fuss with it a little bit and see. But then I got Sebastian into bed way too late. He got to sleep at 10. Which is not what I aim for because then it's harder to get him to sleep at 9 Sunday night, but we'll make it work. We'll just have to go up early. Yeah, I'm gonna go get myself ready for bed and probably hang out with Jax a tiny bit, even though it is almost 11 and I'm exhausted. I can't sleep in anymore. I had to wake up because of my period. And then Sebastian's always just up by 6:30 or 7 now because of his school wake-ups. And he always wants to come in and tell me things like ask me for a bionicle piece and give me something he wrote. Or tell me he has to go poop. I'm like, just go. You can do it. I think this is what he wrote me today. Bionicles are better than Lego. I love you, Mom. Cute. And then before bed he wrote something like, my dog is being really bad today or something because apparently Ziggy's just being a complete asshole. Anyway, that is all I've got for you. Oh, you saw me doing miniatures, like we're gonna have a Christmas tree. I was putting lights and sewing a tree skirt onto the little Christmas tree for the dollhouse, which is all finished, but you saw a little peek at what I'm doing in the living room. I'm still probably not going to keep that big bookshelf in there, but for now it's there. And I think I'm going to move the TV onto a TV stand if I make or buy one and then use the fireplace as just a normal mantle, but for now that's how it is. And everything, all the furniture in there is stuff that belonged to my mom that I have refinished, including I refinished the couch. It was really faded green velvet to the point where it was like yellowed. You probably saw it in an older video. And I actually used Sharpie to turn it black. It worked really well. And it made it look really bare now, but I also fixed legs and painted the wood. So that's how it's looking now. And I'm gonna end this. So good night, friends. I hope you are staying safe, being kind to one another, and don't forget, wash your hands.